Let's make a snow globe tumbler. So I'm going to give you the supplies in a moment, but distilled water, and we have the Elmer's magic liquid. They use it to make slime. Here's the list. I'm pausing, and we're back. Water bottle. It's a little squeeze tip water bottle. And then here is a syringe with a bent tip on it. And of course, glitter. Anyone who knows me, glitter, yes. Blue, yes. And another type of blue. Yes. And we have this design I made into a decal. And then you have your tumbler. And I had to cut off the butterfly so that it would fit all the way on the tumbler. So that's why that is in pieces. Sometimes you have to do things like that. And I forgot about the funnel. That's important. So here I am mixing the water and the magic liquid. It's a ratio of 2 magic liquid to 1 water. So I am pouring it into the bottle to mix it in a little bit more and to have an easier time at squeezing it into the tumbler. So I shake it off a little on camera. I shake it up off camera. Sorry about that. And so right now I am mixing it a little bit more, and then I put it into the tumbler. You always want to try to put the liquid first and then the glitter. I tried it before and I made a really thick solution, and my glitter was really hard to get from the bottom. So liquid, glitter, liquid, glitter. You want to layer it and shake it as you go to see about the coverage, so you know whether or not to add more glitter. I don't usually measure things. So adding a little more liquid. I think I fill it up about a quarter of the way up before I begin to add the glitter. Everybody has their own way, so you do what feels right for you. But that's what I'm doing. So I move it around a little bit, and then we're going to add some glitter. So story time. While I'm making this, I get mesmerized by the glitter pour. Isn't it beautiful? And something happened. So there was a little glitter fiasco, and glitter was spilled everywhere on the table. But I spared you that part. But you do see it on the table, the leftover glitter. And so I'm adding all of the colors now. And then I use my little poker thing to help push the glitter down into the container. Sometimes it gets stuck in there. So you always want to have something nearby to help you get it through the funnel in case that happens. And then I'm adding more liquid in. So remember I said liquid, glitter, liquid, glitter. So we're going to do layers like that. You'll see me switch from bottle to little cup to syringe as I get closer to the top, and it just gets easier if you have, well, for me, for more than one way to fill the cup. As less space is in there, it's harder to fill it up. So right now I'm using that, and so I'm like, okay, need some more glitter. Why not? So we're going back at it. This time I didn't spill any, so good job. And I'm using my little poker thing to get it in there. As you fill it, it gets stuck sometimes in that space. So we got it all in there. I'm just scraping the last bits because we don't want any glitter left behind. Okay, so what I'm doing now is adding more liquid because we're getting close to the top. And so you wipe it off a little. And you see that syringe, I'm adding more. I shook it up off camera, and this is what we're working with so far. So the glitter spots in there, you're just going to shake it to fill those up. And then here's squeegee. We're using that to make sure that the decal comes off. Sometimes it sticks to the transfer paper. And I fold in a corner of the decal so it's easier to take off of the item that I am applying it to. So I'm trying to show you that I folded a corner, and then we're going to apply it to the tumbler. The placement is very important to be careful and take your time putting it on. Once the decal touches the item, it's usually stuck. So you want to make sure that you have it lined up properly. I usually have my tumbler holder, but I just went for it today. And so you see I'm smoothing it as I go to prevent any air bubbles. And I'm making sure it's on there good. And then we're going to do a little squeegee so that it transfers onto the object properly. So make sure you push down hard. And then, very important, you're going to take your time when you pull this off. As you see, it's hard to pull off. And you're going to pull it as close to the item as possible. And make sure that you don't let the sticker reattach to the decal because it may rip off. So it takes a little time and practice, but stick to it and be consistent. So you see that all did pretty good. And then you just squeegee it down again. And then here I am applying the butterfly. So I applied her and squeegee and pull it off. So look at what we have here. It is done. We have suspended glitter. So you shake it up every few days or so. Some of them have lasted like a month without being shaken. So you do that and you're good to go. So she's ready to go to the next person. Good night.